Welcome back to the Green Room Podcast. My name is Massimo DiStefano. We are here at the lovely Franklin Theater in downtown Franklin, Tennessee. You just not watch.
Sorry, I was yawning real bad. I wasn't realizing you were. I didn't realize we were starting. My bad.
This is the Green Room Podcast. My name is Massimo DiStefano. I'm one of your co-hosts. To my right, are you crying?
No, I yawned so hard that my eyes are watering. Relax.
All right, choir. What choir?
What are we crying over here?
What are we? What's your name?
My name is Brendan. I am here, and I'm wearing a red shirt. And if you're colorblind, you wouldn't know. So now you know.
Do we have any colorblind people watching? Let us know in the comments. Just trying to get the statistics, the diversity up.
I have no idea, like, how often a color, like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the rarity of being colorblind?
Well, I feel like some people don't know, and then it's like,
well, because
wasn't that happening in New Girls?
Well, because some people, I never seen New Girl.
You haven't seen New Girl? All right.
Some people are like,
isn't Winston colorblind? Am I wrong?
I think some people are not completely colorblind, so they don't know they're colorblind.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's like
there needs to be a point.
Muted. Yeah.
No, Winston in New Girl is colorblind because Schmidt says, if you think, what's the line? He's like, if you think that's a color, what color do you think you are, Winston? Because he's black.
I was gonna say I don't know who that is, but now I know who Winston is.
Yeah. I forgot. If you watch the show, you know what I'm talking about. Brendan, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I don't know why. As soon as we hit record, I started yawning. I've yawned twice since we started, but
you just had like two. What'd you say?
I know. I slammed the rest of my Stoke, not too sweet. Cold brew this morning.
What was the first word you said?
Stoke. It's the brand name.
I've never heard of that.
STOK. It's great. It's great cold brew. But all of a sudden I'm yawning. But I'm good. We are filming today's Memorial Day.
It is.
And I wanted to. Earlier, I tried to be like, "Oh, Massimo, you remember when on Memorial Day we'd be on drumline and play in the parades?" And he was like,
"Who does Memorial Day parade?
We do all this other stuff."
Doing a Memorial Day drumline or like parade.
My parade's the only parades I did in high school, other than one time when we did.
Oh, we did Veterans Day. Sorry. We did Veterans Day, not Memorial Day. Did you do a Veterans Day?
No, we did Memorial Day.
Okay, keep going.
We would do homecoming, we'd do Memorial Day, and then one year we did the Detroit Thanksgiving parade in the snow, and it made me want to quit. I hated it. I was wearing gloves, my hands were frozen, and I could barely play.
Dude, playing drums while your hands are freezing, like mine are right now. It's so cold in here, dude.
Playing guitar with your hands frozen, dude. There's a video of me, my school rock thing I did as a kid, Buzztop Studios. Shout out Buzztop Studios. We did this joint where he put all the bands together to do one. We did Carol of the Bells and Christmas music on a trailer outside in December in Michigan. So it's, I don't know, 0 degrees outside. And I'm in I have two pairs of gloves on with the fingers cut out so that I can play.
Yeah.
And my fingers are frozen solid. It was tough, but hey, shout out. Good video. Every once in a while I go back and watch the old videos of me in my school rock thing just to be like, dang. I actually just watched my high school Newsies production yesterday too, just because I had the DVD.
Funsies?
Yeah. I saw it. I was like, hey, I should check on it. And it was it's not as good. It wasn't as absolutely amazing as I remembered it to be when I was 17.
Yeah.
But it's not as bad as I thought it would be here at 24. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was gonna watch it and be like, "Oh my gosh!" But it was pretty good.
Give it a few more years, then you'll get there.
Well, yeah. Wait until I show my kids someday, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh!"
Because then they'll be musical theater snobs and be like, "Dad, this sucks."
If my kids are musical theater snobs, then it's gonna be a loud morning. Every morning's gonna be a loud morning. So I'm gonna, and I'm gonna wake them up to any musical song I can think of that has something to do with the morning. I'm gonna just be playing it in the house.
No, just find one. Just find one and then loop it.
I'm gonna be that dad that's gonna be so annoying, especially if I have daughters. I'm gonna be so annoying in the morning and be like, "Rise and shine," do the whole thing. I can't wait. But yeah, I'm good. That's where that all came from. Sorry, that's where that all came from.
10-minute conversation.
My bad.
With yourself. Anyway, a little update. I just got to play with a friend of the podcast, Shlomo Franklin, the other day. We played the Underdog, and I only bring it up because we played 6 songs. We were opening for a few people, and we were loading in, and Spencer Ford is on bass. He's walking in. I think he's going up the little ramp to go backstage. Totally like eats it. Twists,
Inside?
yeah.
Oh, I know what
twists
ramp you're talking
his
about. Yeah.
ankle, and he's like, "Oh, bro, like cannot walk. Has to sit down. Gets ice. Like it's like bad."
Hey, you can sit and play, I guess.
Well, he sat in the back, like one of the comfortable chairs, and Shlomo was like, you don't have to play. And he's like, no, I got to play. And I was like, dude, we just running a long cable from the front to the back. He's like, actually, I got my wireless rig with me. I was like, we can make
sit
this
right there
happen.
and
So that was the first thing. Second thing is there was no hi-hat clutch. So
I feel like I remember Zach complaining about that too, actually.
really? Because the sound guy there, not to put on the sound guy, but he's like, yeah, sometimes it like moves and disappears, but then it always is found like on the shelf or somewhere. And he's like, yeah, I can't find it. I was like, yeah. Of course, that's the one piece of hardware I don't have. I have literally everything else in my car, but I only have one hi-hat stand, and I left it at home because I need it at home. So the first song I had gaff, just like 2 pieces of tape, just gaffed on the like putting the hi-hats together.
Keeping them together?
Yeah. Like I didn't use the pedal obviously, but it was just enough so it wasn't like sloshing the whole time.
Did somebody bring one?
The second song, the drummer from the next, I guess, or before we started, the drummer from the next band was like, oh yeah, I can go grab one, but I'll need like 10 minutes and we're about to start. And so after the first song, I just hear a on the ground behind me and I just see the clutch. I never saw the guy. I didn't even get to say thank you because Shlomo talked to him. He's like, oh yeah, the drummer's going to bring, I was like, oh, and then I like didn't see him. And then he just dropped it behind me and I was like, I just yelled thank you into the abyss because I didn't know where he went behind me. So that was another thing. And then the guitar player, Arthur, he was like, okay, I need to mic the amp only because I can't bring the volume up or else it starts to really distort on the amp. So there was this whole thing of the wedges, and then for some reason, I don't know if it was Shlomo's vocal mic, but it kept like once in a while during the show. It was just, it was a fun gig. It was just like 10 things happened in the span of like 5 minutes. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then we started playing, and I was like, okay, cool. And I got a video. I might stick it in here. I don't know. But you can't really see me. I threw it up in a corner, that back corner, and I thought I was in the view, but it's just like my elbow forward.
Nice. Your dry elbows. Nice.
I don't have dry elbows. Do I have dry elbows?
I'm just kidding. I was just trying to be annoying.
Gosh.
Nice. How many shows, when was the last time you played with Shlomo before this one?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
And it was all 6 new songs. Like he said, hey, you want to play like a while ago? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, cool. It's probably just the same, or at least some of the same stuff. Nope, completely new.
Nice.
Everything new. He's like, yeah, I haven't played these live before. Like it was new to everyone.
That's actually probably good for you because it's like he doesn't have like a frame of reference.
Well, no, it was like the demos. I think he legit went to record them because it was like done.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it was just like a rough desk bounce. I mean, it sounded really good though. But like at the end of the recordings, he said, "He was like, all right, guys, that was pretty good." So no, there were like parts and things, and we had a rehearsal at my place, and it was a quick and painless 2-hour rehearsal. Love a quick rehearsal.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what's new in my life. Brendan, nice. No, nothing new.
I went to Brooklyn Bowl for the first time.
Oh yeah,
and saw Evan Honer and our buddies Willie Pearl open up for him, who we'll talk about later. Mm-hmm. But I had never been to Brooklyn Bowl. Cool venue.
Yeah, I've never been. So
not that expensive to be in there though. Like drinks weren't that bad.
Yeah,
wasn't that bad. There was always a good spot to like watch and listen from. Sounded great in there. And I saw one of the guys from Criminal Minds in there. That's cool. But the headliner mid-set grabbed a bowling ball, ran up,
Evan, yeah,
hit a strike, came back down, and finished the song. It was great. I know the clip's going viral on TikTok. I think.
Yeah.
I want Maddie to either post hers or maybe I'll get her to send it. We can put it here. The angle, because we were at the other end of the alley.
So you saw.
So we saw it like hit right in front of us, and then and he was over there. We were like, so yeah. I want to play a Brooklyn Bowl now. I've decided.
How many does it seat? Like, what's the?
We asked, and they said 1,200, but there's no way. I think that's like
you think it's less?
The entire building, including the bowling alleys and the venue on the other side.
Oh.
I think the venue side is probably like 500 somewhere in there.
Whoa, that's a big difference. Are you sure it's that?
I mean, Maddie and I were both like, "There's no way there's 1,200 people standing here."
Was it a full crowd when
it was?
The crowd
packed.
I saw was
packed. Yeah.
And you think it was 500 people?
I mean, when we take a break or whatever, we'll try to find pictures, and I'll have you look and see.
Do it right now. What are you talking about?
I don't. Obviously, my phone is recording, so I can't pull up any I might have. Although I don't think I have any. Just look up. I guess just Brooklyn Bowl sold out show or something. I don't know.
Brooklyn Bowl.
Spelled Brooklyn wrong. And you're the Italian.
No, I didn't. It autocorrected.
It autocorrected, but you forgot the two O's.
Shut up. Okay.
That is the biggest shot of it I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, but there's also all this room up here.
Yeah, but like that's all seats. That's not standing room.
Yeah, but it still counts as.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying it's not as big as you think. Find a different picture.
It
That's
oddly looks like
0.5.
A smaller, what used to be the Wild Horse, which is now category 10 or whatever.
Yeah.
It honestly looks like it's got that vibe, except smaller.
It actually is a little bit like that. Try to find another picture because that's like
the way the
0.5.
balcony wraps around.
Go to that. Yeah, I want to see if we can find a picture.
That makes it look huge.
That I swear it's not that big. Maybe it is that big, and I just was seeing it wrong.
Wait, I need to take screenshots of these so I have the pictures later because I didn't do that last time.
Oh yeah,
and that really screwed me up. Oops, I gotta flip it.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. To me, that doesn't look nice. We can hear it. It just doesn't look like 1,200 people, but then like seeing it like that, it does.
I think it's because it is.
Maybe just that show wasn't sold out. Yeah,
that looks like 1,200. Dude.
That looks like 1,200 to you. Maybe I'm just viewing it wrong. Is that Sanctus real?
I don't know. It's not loading well.
I think it might be. Maybe it is, and I'm just wrong. When the guy told us, Maddie and I both looked at each other and were like, "There's no way in hell that there's 1,200 people in here." Yeah.
Let's just look up capacity because Google won't lie to us, right?
It would never.
Capacity. It's not telling me. Up to 1,200 people.
Yeah.
How many seats are at Brooklyn Bowl? Standing room on the first floor. Is it 18 and up? Most shows are 18 and 21. Okay, that's enough about Brooklyn Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just surprised that it was 1,200 seats, but the show was great, sounded great, and Willie Pearl crushed. But yeah. Do you want to get into the show or the series of shows that have been happening across the country?
Sure.
Why aren't you speaking?
No, I'm just looking at you.
So All American Rejects is
blowing up
again,
literally, physically blowing up.
But they're doing their tour where they are like going on TikTok and getting venues from people on TikTok.
It's just a house show though.
It's just a house show that they get in a town and they pull up and they announce it like the day of, I think. And then, for example, the Nashville one, 16,000 people RSVP'd, and they had to cap the venue and then
because
go live
someone
on TikTok.
leaked the address.
Because somebody leaked the address.
I think they had like a respectable number, and then one person leaked the address.
Yeah.
And then 1,600 or 16,000. It was like
16,000. Sorry, not 1,600. 16,000.
Yeah.
And the house it was at one of our coworkers' friends. Emma's friend's house, Ava, I guess. Or some person named Ava, or I think. I heard about it. Was hosted at their house. My friend Max went to the show and was one of the first crowd surfers there. He said it was one of the best concerts experience he's ever had in his life.
All the videos remind me of like before people had phones, like that good of a concert, you know?
The
Like,
other
it
thing
just
too,
looks good.
you can tell they aren't running click. They all the guitars are Helix because they both have the same Helixes that I have. The version without the scribble strips. The bass is just a small little pedal board. Drums are small and simple because it's outside, so you hypothetically don't have to do that much to mix.
They're just kick.
Yeah, there's a monitor guy, and then I think they put sticks up. Like they don't even have like. I think they have like the Shure or like the sticks with the subs, the sticks that attach to the subs.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
I did see some RF stuff going because I saw a panel.
yeah, they probably have their ears because they're all on ears.
You think it's for ears? Yeah.
Probably because all the vocals are wired.
Yeah.
Unless they have some wireless like MC thing or something else. I don't know.
Did you see? I saw a video that like they instead of using barricades, they're using the SIR cases and like the road cases to block.
I saw that.
It's like that's so smart. Using everything you have. It's so smart.
Not to pull open the curtain a little bit, there is 0% chance that they are booking these venues the day of.
Oh yeah.
There is 0%. I bet you all these venues book these weeks and months in advance.
Are you sure?
I bet you this whole tour is booked out. Because you can't
I
pay,
don't know,
but you can't
man.
pay a bus driver to just go wherever they say.
I think you can.
Yeah, but
If they're just saying, "Hey, for the next
Well, no,
month,
because
for the
bus
next month,
drivers
we're going to pay you whatever. You just need to drive where we tell you."
yeah, but they can only drive for so many hours without taking a certain amount of breaks.
I think
So you've got to plan it to a degree. You can't just
They're-
say, "All right, tomorrow we're going from Iowa to."
No. I think they're
I don't know.
planning. What they've only planned is what cities they're going to. That's it. They don't have a
Yeah.
house till when they get there, I think, or on the way. So you're half. I feel like that's what it is. They say, "Okay, we have these cities we want to hit, but we don't have a spot till we get there."
I bet you it's a Nashville-based tour
Oh, I bet.
with SIR stuff.
I bet.
Although SIR is nationwide. Anyway, I bet you also the biggest thing that they're bringing around on their tour is power distribution.
Oh yeah,
Because they're
power.
showing up to houses that potentially have terrible power, that they're
yeah.
getting like one outlet. I bet you they have the entire rig dumbed down to one outlet
One
that goes
outlet?
into a house.
I mean, that's what I do when I do the courtyard thing. I go into one outlet for the whole.
Yeah, but if you have like power amps on power amps and power distributors and power supplies
yeah.
and stuff, like once you plug it in and let it generate that power, you're sitting, like you're good.
Yeah.
But if you just have it supported and rigged enough, it all dumbs down to obviously not a tiny little like lamp cable. It'd be a big old supported cable, you know what I mean? But like I bet you it's all because they don't know where they show up and they'd be like, we have one outlet outside because the other one beneath it's broken. You know what I mean?
probably
Or
wouldn't
like we got to run it inside and we got to go into the kitchen. That's like, you know what I mean? Like they're literally showing up to houses.
I think what they're doing is, I hope, the next step in live shows. I think it needs to be the next step in live shows. What they're doing is blowing up. I couldn't tell you a ton about All American Rejects, but I know who they are now forever because of what they're doing right now.
I think the problem is that you can't just do houses all the time because eventually cops will get called. Like eventually it'll become a problem.
It's not even that. It's just they're creating such a buzz around themselves. It's not even that. I'm sure they might talk to the city and be like, "Hey, just like heads up." Like they might. I would assume they do something like that. If they don't, they've gotten really lucky so far.
I'm saying.
That the neighbors aren't calling the city, be like, "Yo, turn that music down." But what is interesting to me is what they're going to do next. Like, do they now drop a record? Do they go and do the stadium thing because now they have all the clout? But then people will be like, do the house shows instead. So my next thing is like, how do they make money now?
Yeah, but here's the thing you gotta understand. They've been doing festivals and stadiums for like 15 years now.
Yeah, but like they can't just do this and be done.
Yeah, but they probably, you know what they'll probably do after this is go do like smaller theaters and just do a similar vibe, but they schedule it.
But with a record or no?
Yeah.
With a record.
And then you go do smaller theaters. Like the biggest theater they do is the Ryman. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and go do like Fox theaters and Fillmore's and like that kind of, don't do big but then the vibe is like, you know what I mean?
Like 1,000
smaller
people
venue,
or less.
and then you get all those people that showed up to the house show are definitely showing up to that. And then since it's a venue, you'll get people to show up because it's a venue and people know 2 songs, but it's at the venue they like, so they go.
Yeah.
So it'll sell out regardless.
Did you see? Because I was reading up on it, they put in $50,000 of their own money to do this.
The band or each member?
The band, I think each member put in 10, so they have 50 grand. Or I mean, I'd be surprised if they each put in 50. I don't think that's what it was. I think they put in a total of 50.
The back line is probably 15.
Yeah,
because they're renting it for how long? It's been
that's
like 2-3
everyone's
weeks
salary too.
Yeah,
so everyone's getting paid except the band, probably.
The band's probably.
No, they're not getting paid.
Yeah, but I mean, from other stuff, they're getting paid. They're fine.
Maybe from merch, if they do merch.
No, I mean, it's outside of the tour. Like, they're fine.
Yes, but I'm saying on the tour, they're not getting paid. Because they put their own money.
I bet you they weren't even bringing merch. I bet you they didn't even sell or bring merch.
Really?
I mean,
I'd be shocked if they didn't bring merch to at least have something to eat from the deficit of the cost. You know?
Maybe. I mean, were they selling tickets? Or was
no,
it
it's free.
Free.
They just have to RSVP. So that's why I'm like, if they aren't selling merch, that'd be my one qualm. It's like, bro, come on, you can sell or sell a discounted T-shirt for like $30 or something. You know? Because usually there's like 50. Yeah. I would be shocked if they weren't selling merch. If someone's gone,
it's just to
let us know if they're selling merch.
I'll ask Max. I'll text Max when we're done.
Yeah.
I'll ask him.
I want to know.
The problem is that I would be worried about like getting stolen or like.
Well, you'd have your usual merch people going out with you, or each like house. You say, hey, can you do merch, and then you'll get like a free crap.
I guess I don't know. Merch part is always.
Are you saying like doing it?
Yeah, the selling of it and like keeping it consistent and safe in each, because you're going to random houses and stuff. Like
yeah, but you do it where you back up to like the house, like where they can't just sneak and grab one, but like
yeah, I guess I don't know.
Like it's doable. I'm just if they weren't selling anything at all, I'd be interested as to.
I bet you it was limited, like 2 shirt types,
not a ton. Yeah. I'm not saying a full blown out merch section.
Yeah.
Anyway, that I'm what they're doing is one of the best things that could be done for music right now, I think, in the live scenario. I wish I could have gone. I didn't know that the Nashville thing was happening. I was at the Ryman. I was working at the Ryman that night.
What was I? I was doing something too. I was busy.
But that was also that was AC/DC. That was that Wednesday. So AC/DC was playing. Halsey was playing.
AC/DC was at Nissan. Halsey was at Ascend.
Wasn't someone at Bridgestone? Or am I making that up?
Maybe. Might have been Post Malone, maybe.
There's at least one more. That's not All American Rejects. The Ryman. I mean, I forget who's there that night.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, who was there? Oh, Tyler Wetmore.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
You know who?
At the Ryman, yeah.
You know him?
Yeah. Kate loves him.
And Julie went. Julie Jackson, who works
here.
She went. Although I got there at the end of the show, and it was like a lot of covers at the end. He did songs I didn't know too, like his originals, I'm assuming. But he did like a list of like 6 covers, like medleys of them, and I was like, all right, cool.
I don't know. He sounds like everyone else, in my opinion.
I will say while we were loading the truck, he came out because there's a ton of people still waiting outside to get like on his way to his trailer or whatever.
Yeah,
he came out and said hi to everyone. There's girls like on the other side, like because everyone is kind of right by the entrance where he could come in, and they were way down the sidewalk by the semi we were loading. Yeah. And he walked all the way down there and hung out with them for like 5 minutes, and then on his way back in, he looked to us and he's like, thanks guys for doing it. So not everyone does that.
That's
at
cool.
that level. So that was nice. Okay, we want to actually no, we're not doing a song of the week.
But I think we should take. We're gonna take a break and then come back with a cool segment.
Well, that's so weird now. We could just take a break and not put anything.
Yeah, but whatever. Screw it. We're gonna take a break, but for you it won't be. And then we have a cool segment coming up. So
what we should do what's something we can put in? No. I'm gonna put in. Maybe I'll try to find
segment time.
I'll try to find a clip of the Shlomo show. How about that? How about that?
Yeah. Okay. Here's a clip of slow mo.
From the Underdog.
Sorry, I gotta pee.
Oh,
I gotta pee. I gotta
you could have
pee.
just said that. Okay, here's a clip of slow-mo at the break. We'll see you guys in 2 minutes.
All right. And we're back. I hope you enjoyed that clip of slow-mo. Massimo was right. You can't really see him in it, but it is what it is. Underdog.
That's the first time you've brought anything back.
I know. I don't know why I decided to do it, but I did.
I'm okay with that. You should do it more often. I do everything around here.
Okay. So I think for this, it was Massimo's idea, and I had to stall it a couple weeks because I didn't come up with the artist in time. And even last night, I only had one or two.
Nah, not even. You didn't even have one.
I had as soon as I thought about it for a moment, I had one, and then when it was okay for me to take the other one. Then I got home and I had a third one. So what now?
Okay. What we're doing is we're gonna go through some of the artists / bands in Nashville that are not so big, but we think are super underrated and should be bigger than they are.
Yes.
You might recognize a couple names.
Potentially.
You might not. We're actually going to, this is why we didn't do a song of the week, is because we're actually going to play, we'll play a minute of each song. Like we'll pick a song from the artist or a band and play a minute of that so you kind of get a taste of what we're talking about.
Yes.
I'll go first if you're.
Also, I think that we're sticking to the rule of it's not people we play for.
Correct. I did think.
Okay.
I did fill in.
Although they are
one.
Friends, some of them maybe are friends.
Yes.
But it's not people we play for because then it seems like insider trading at that point.
Yes. I have filled in for two of the people we will mention.
Yeah, but filling in is different than being a member and playing for.
Agreed.
So,
my first one is a wonderful, wonderful man. I've known him for actually a really long time. We just, we've both been in our own kind of circles of music, and when I first wanted to get into songwriting, he was actually the first person I called, and we didn't write anything when we got together, but just his knowledge and how he went about it was very good and helped me out a lot. So J.P. Burr, I think, is such an underrated artist in Nashville. Yep. He has a couple things out. Actually, I should look him up. I think he's a Nashville native as well. Let's see. I'll read part of his bio here. After several years of touring as a guitarist with various Nashville-based artists, J.P. Burr is generating quite a buzz in the Middle Tennessee area. He's a big Bryan Adams guy, actually.
Okay.
He loves Run to You by Bryan Adams. Like, I saw him, he did...
I'm just kidding. I don't know how that song goes. I was going to sing a fake version of Run to You because I don't know how that song goes. I was going to make it sound like a ballad.
That was great. Oh, wow. He's got a lot here. Yeah.
Holy moly.
He's a big, Bruce Springsteen, Jason Isbell, Tom Petty guy. Dwight Yoakam, what's that say? Began playing guitar for several touring bands and artists opening for music industry giants like Luke Combs, Dwight Yoakam.
For real?
And Brantley Gilbert. Yeah. I don't know if he's still with him, but he played for a guy named Hayden Kaufman, who is blowing up right now in country music.
Sick.
And JP was his guitar player for a long time. Anyway, I met JP Burr at a music camp. I think I was...
It says he started playing because of Guitar Hero. Me too. I hope his Guitar Hero 2 was Slash because me too. Sorry, keep going. I saw that and I had to point it out.
I met him at this music camp called the Jam Camp a long time ago, and it was like... I might have been 14. I was really young. Wow, God, that was a long time ago. Long time ago. And I remember back then I was like, man, this guy's good. I remember thinking that. So we kind of reconnected after a few years, after high school for me, and because he's a little bit older than me, not old. Anyway, he put out an EP, I think in 2021. 2021, called "Lonely Like You." Very good. Love every track on there. The biggest one from there was called "California." It's kind of a Nashville poppy rock.
I think
kind of
I know
thing.
that one actually.
Yeah, we could go to California.
Yeah,
soak up the sun. Yeah, it's like
I know that.
It's
one.
good. It's like super.
I've heard you play it.
It's very vibey. And then I remember I got coffee with him after he put that out. He's like, that was too. A lot of that record was too Nashville for him, like too straight up Nashville. So the new stuff he's putting out, because he's currently putting out some new music, and I'm gonna probably ask him if he wants to come on the podcast to promote some stuff because he is the man. His new stuff is a little bit more stripped back, a little bit more like, hey, let's just let the song be the song, and if we want to jam out for 2 minutes, we're gonna jam out for 2 minutes at the end of the song. Like let it be one of those things. So this from JP Burr, his song we're going to play is a new release as of maybe a month ago. It's called "You Could Be Everything," and here it is.
I feel everything, walking in the rain. How I wish we were alone so we could be insane. No, I don't wanna go home now. Let me stick around, I can show you. You could be everything. How can men feel this way in the arms of someone else? Lately I can't seem to sleep. Is this heaven or are you my hell? Tell me how you're thinking, baby. I don't know what to do with myself.
All right, that was JP Burr. And all these artists and bands, will be tagging them below.
Yeah.
Hope you guys like him. He's a buddy of mine. Actually, I should text him. We're gonna get a coffee or a beer or something. Anyway, what do you got, Brendan?
It's my first time with the iPad. I feel special.
Don't drop it.
So this band I played with 4 years ago on a bill, I think, or 3 years ago maybe. At the time, they were like 18. And this venue can only be described as a broken, rundown home that looks like it should be torn down rather than being up. But it was a great place to play. The people that ran it were awesome. Rest in peace, one of the owners since passed. But venue was really run well, and despite the state of the building. But anyway, they were on the bill, and I remember, I don't know if they still do it every time, but they were the lightest band on the bill, but they had a keyboard, but they went up and they crushed, and they were arguably the best band on the bill. That day, I remember it was one of the worst. I played so bad. Oh my gosh. But they rip. It's almost like I've been talking this season a lot about that girl Julia Fox, who just put out an album, by the way. So go give it a listen. But it's very like chill. I described it to Massimo last night. Like it's like Phoebe Bridgers' Deftones, almost.
All right.
It's very cool. And the song that I'm doing by them is Undecided. So here's Undecided.
Okay, so what's it called?
Undecided by Avalon.
But if you don't know what it is, then
I'm gonna shoot you. God.
The song is Undecided. Okay,
The
well, let me
name of
know
this
when it gets
song-
decided on then.
The name of this song is titled Undecided by the band Avalon. There you go.
I feel like you don't know what you are talking about.
Okay.
Hit play.
Here we go.
I'll make it right. You take care
And yeah, that song is great. It's like it's cool. It's like a cool vibe to just put on and listen to in the background almost. And although it's cool to listen to, obviously in the car and like focus on it, but it's a great like vibe song. And the mix is pretty cool actually. I listened to it in the car on the way here. It's not like a super big mix, but it sounds cool. Like it's like a cool indie mix almost.
Yeah.
But
I was
it's cool.
saying that song specifically might sound good live.
Yes.
Like seeing him get
Especially
those
those hits.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Mine. This next one is someone we both know very well. He is the
Run it.
man.
Run it.
We just did a podcast with him, so if you really want to know
Yes.
more about him, go back to episode.
I think it was 7. Yes, about 3 episodes ago.
Henry Cruz. Henry Cruz is my
Yes.
next pick. The Henry Cruz Band, really. They are so good. I get to see him play all the time.
Yep.
And I love working with Henry, and I love hanging with the guys at Kimbro's or wherever we're at in town. He is super inspired, if you watch the podcast, by John Fogerty and
Yep.
all those like Southern rock influences as well. The song we're gonna play is called "What Is Love." I think live, I think it's the one like people like recognize the most. It came out.
It's a great riff.
It's such a
Great
good
riff. It also, out of all of his songs, this one is the most like gives me the most Slash vibes. And the reason I say that is because Slash put out a solo record with a different singer on every artist in the early 2000s. Or different singer on every song in the early 2000s. And it gives me vibes of some of those songs on there. So
It's just they're great. Like they can jam like a jam band.
Yeah.
But also like their new release. Again, he just put out a new single called "My Love Told Me So," which we're not going to play today, but he did perform it actually on the other podcast.
yes.
And it's a good blend of like that rock and jam influence, but also like keeping it a little bit more modern and a little bit of pop, just because the melody is more pop, you know?
Great song. Yeah.
Anyway, this is "What Is Love" by Henry Cruz. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Fell in line with the bottom feeders. A heavy burden falls on seeing two believers. Too many faces and too few mirrors. You think the voodoo makes everything seem clearer. Think the voodoo makes everything seem clearer. You think the voodoo makes everything. Think the time on my head makes me yearn and burn for the light of day. Think the one lifeline you provide will give you something more to say. You never went to the river, never played in the mud, never had the any guy pull a breather to your blood. Whisper to the wind and say, right now, 'cause I don't need anyone to show me how to love.
All right, that was Henry. Again, if you want to know more about him, we have a whole podcast up. He's the man, good friend of the podcast, good friend of both of us. And he plays on my YouTube stuff all the time. Can play a mean slide guitar. So he's the man to call also
Yeah.
if you're in town.
He is the man with slide guitar.
Okay, Brendan's next
Sorry,
guest is
I was
also,
typing.
a friend of the podcast.
yes.
Oh my gosh, they have a lot of monthly listeners.
I know.
I just good for them.
So this band was on last year for our was it the Christmas? It
and then
was?
we had Matt on the year prior to close the
yes,
season. out.
correct. Yes. So this is the only well, no.
This is the biggest band we have
yeah.
on the list, I think.
Well, mine later might be. But
Really?
this is Willie Pearl, our good friends. Who I said earlier, I went to go see open for Evan Honer. They were amazing. They did some great covers, which the one song that they covered was amazing, and I keep forgetting it. But
Terrible.
I know, but I want to like listen to the original now since then, but I keep forgetting the name of the song that they covered. Anyway, and I keep forgetting how it goes, but if I hear it, I'll be like, that's it. Anyway, they have a lot of banger songs. One called Beggin' is their most popular, but
Read their bio a little bit. I want to
Oh
know.
yes, correct. I didn't do that
Like-
with Avalon, but I'll do it with Willie Pearl.
Southern Roots Rock is what they like to call it.
Based in Nashville, Tennessee, Willie Pearl, Southern Roots.
Well, don't do the whole.
music.
Just pick a little bit.
Accumulation of thoughtful lyrics, enchanting riffs, and silky three-part harmonies. Facts. Their vocals live,
So good.
they nailed it. There wasn't a bad note. All of them, they sound so good together. Willie Pearl's 5-piece lineup is Ben, Chasen, Henry, George, Matt. Am I forgetting one?
Did you count to 5?
Sorry, Ben, Chasen, Henry, George, Matt. Yeah, that's
5, yeah.
Sorry, my bad. My bad. Whoa.
Yeah, the Allman Brothers.
Wait, I did not know.
influencers.
Did Matt talk about that? I didn't know he's grandson of legendary Nashville producer Billy Sherrill.
Yeah, he is.
I had no idea.
He's got a big Muscle Shoals influence, Matt.
Interesting. I had no idea. Yes, but they're great. It's also cool on here that they have playlists on here, like pairs nicely with Willie Pearl, like other bands and artists that would pay. Maddie might like this playlist. And then tracks we love with Willie Pearl.
That's a good picture.
Yeah, it is. Look at. But the song I'm gonna be playing today is not one of their most popular. It's number 8 actually on here.
But it's on the Christmas podcast. I think majority of them said that this is their favorite song as well.
Yes, and I think it is like one of their more mature ones.
Yes, it is.
And I think that the verse is just as good as the chorus. The verses are great. The melody and the pocket of it all is great. So this is The Garden.
You sing and you sulk and you sleep too much. Everyone counts the day. Why are you running? Why are you your mom and your dad and the garden? Watched everything rot from the autumn. You know who you are, you know where you started. You know you can't do it by yourself.
And that was Willie Pearl. That song is great. All of their songs is great.
All their
Maddie,
songs is great.
no. Maddie is also a big fan of them right now too. They're great. I am really hoping that I can work with them in some capacity in the future, whether it's mix them at front of house or mix their music someday, or I don't know. They're the best. They're cool. If they ever go on the road, I want to be their front of house engineer. Or if they get the money, I want to do lights. Doing lights for
really?
them would be sick.
Dude, you would crush.
Yeah, because you know what I'd actually do? I'd probably do a lot of conventional stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna make them sweat.
Yeah, but not crazy, but like a couple things. And then do LEDs around it to make, and then you'd be sparing about when you use the LEDs, but when you do, it makes it special. So
Okay.
anyway, sorry.
My last artist I'm going to talk about today is someone I met. I actually met her a while ago. There's this thing in Nashville, which I was actually just told recently because I guess I've been keeping up with it. They used to do it at Sonny's in Nashville. Like it's kind
I
of.
don't know what that is.
It's a place.
Of course it is.
It's like and it's called Pitch Meeting. They used to do it at Sonny's a while ago, and then they moved it to East Side Bowl, and then I stopped going because I live nowhere near. And like it's so good, but I can't be
I
driving.
want to go to
an
East
hour.
Side Bowl sometime.
But now they're doing it at 3rd and Lindsley.
Really? They moved out of East Side
Well,
Bowl?
and they must have been doing it for a while. I just haven't kept up with it. So maybe we should go because it's such a cool.
I've never been to 3rd and Lindsley.
The musicianship is so freaking cool. You haven't been to 3rd and Lindsley? We should go. We actually should go. Anyway, this girl's name, her name is McKenna Hartland. She typically does like BGVs for Pitch Meeting, and she'll do like her own songs and stuff too. I think she got picked up, like signed by someone I think because I follow her, and I'm pretty sure she did. So now she's got some back into her. But before that, she was putting out these singles, like the Apple and stuff like that. And it's her. It was funny. I was reading the bio here. But it says if a character in a Jane Austen novel was born in the 90s instead and decided to write country music, but it's not. I wouldn't call it country. It might have some influence. Like she's got like slide and stuff. That guy from Pitch Meeting,
MP Gannon.
Yeah. He plays on some of her stuff.
He rips.
He rips too.
He played at the theater one time. He ripped then. Yeah.
I've been binging her stuff recently, and there's a few singles. It's not a ton though. She's got a few singles and an EP out basically. But she's so good. I think her voice is the best. It's one of the best voices in town. She can do anything, like jumping jacks with it, and she can do anything. She's great control. Her number one song is called Flip Side, which is what we're going to play for you right now. Hope you guys enjoy it.
I toss my heart right into the fountain of you. Look what it's come to. Look what it's come to. I guess I'll catch you on the flip side. It's too late, babe, to love you in this life. Love you in this life, darling. You left me standing under a street light. The world was blurry, but my heart saw it clear. I saw it clear on the verge of tears.
Anyway, that was McKenna. I met her one time at Pitch Meeting. I had to leave kind of midway through one time. This was back when they were still at Sonny's. And I was like, you just have the best voice. And she's like, oh my gosh, thank you. And then I had to go. I probably haven't seen her since. That was a while ago. But yeah, lyrically, it's like that song specifically to me is something where lyrically it matches up musically, you know? And
Yeah.
so it's like when that happens, gold. And it's so good. It's so good.
Good song.
McKenna, if you want to come on the podcast, you should come on the podcast.
All right,
Who
let's
do
go
you got?
last. This guy I saw him on TikTok for like 2 years. He makes content like crazy. He applied for that Marcus King thing that Henry won. A bunch of other bands that I saw did too. But this guy's name is Jed Harrelson. I'm not entirely sure how to say it, to be honest.
Like Woody?
Maybe related. They're not related. It's spelled different. And this song is called Bad Habits. It is a banger. This bass part, watch out, Moss.
Bad Habits with a
Bad
Z.
Habits.
Habits.
Yeah, he's like his like thing on TikTok that he'll be like, this is the type of music you don't hear coming out of Nashville. Is what he says a lot. Oh, I should read his bio probably.
Yeah, like I just want to know like who is he influenced
He's got
by?
a decent amount of followers.
He's got a lot of monthlies.
Yeah, but it's a lot of TikTok people coming to see.
So this
him.
is the biggest person. Like I think in order of like
I think
who's
so.
biggest of who we just mentioned, this is the biggest. Next is Willie Pearl. Where's his bio? Then I might say McKenna after that.
Trying to create something that feels good all around. That's his bio.
Wow. Okay. Sure. I'll get behind that.
So here is Jed Harrelson, Bad Habits.
People think you're talking. Talk about what I do. Say I got a lot of habits, babe. But everyone knows you. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got bad habits, baby. And I ain't never been no quitter. Say I got a lot of Your people, they keep talking. Oh, they talk about what I say. Say got a lot to do right now. But I'ma save it for another day. Baby, 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 baby.
All right, we're back. That was Bad Habits. It's a great song. The reason I bring him up, and I know he's potentially on the threshold of too big for this conversation, but the reason I bring him up is because I wouldn't be surprised if he gets the right, maybe signed to the right label or something, could make his entire career doing placement songs and writing songs for stuff.
Yes.
Because he's got that voice that he could, if, hey, you need something funk? All right, we got a guy that'll make you whatever you want, whatever vibe. Give me an era, give me an influence, he'll do it. He also gives me the same vibe of like that band Lawrence, where people that would be fans of Lawrence might be fans of him.
Oh, I can see them.
I just think
opening
that
up for
he
each
needs
other.
the placement and maybe to find not his genre more because he's very like funky and stuff, but to find the groove to make it, I don't want to say mainstream, but to reach more audiences a little bit. And then if he just gets the right like placement behind him, he could make a ton in like doing movie stuff and stuff like that. So
Cool.
that's how I feel about it.
We have a couple honorable mentions here.
Yeah.
At least I do. I don't know if you do.
The one I agree with the one because I saw her the
Yes.
other night at the Evan Honer show. Actually,
Her name is Lydia Simons.
Yes.
I actually used to.
I thought that was one name.
No, there's a guy.
Yeah.
Lydia, someone I used to play for a lot. She's doing the kind of Broadway circuit right now.
She's playing Friends in Low Places like 4 days a week.
Oh yeah,
It's crazy.
she's there all
Yeah.
the time. She also is one of the best singers in town. Just the sweetest person to play for as well. She'll take care of you if you play for her. But yeah, great voice. She's like a country singer.
Yeah.
But like with her own twist.
Yeah.
It's really cool. She definitely draws from older country as well.
I bet you if you like Caitlin, you might like Lydia.
Yeah, well, they know each other.
Yeah.
Caitlin. I guess Caitlin. We could also say Caitlin, Killian.
Yeah. Caitlin.
Yeah, Lydia's great. And also, my buddy, he was part of a band called King Calloway, if you know who they are. And this is, I can't remember what he did in the band. He might have been the singer. I think he's part of the singer. His name's Simon Dumas, and now he's starting to put out his own solo music. He's got a first single out called Bonfire, and it's so good. Please definitely check them out as well. Do you have any honorable mentions or no?
I want to honorable mention Shut Eye, Sloppy's band.
Yeah.
They're great, and I know they have some music continuing to come out throughout the rest of the year. So, and they've been busy. They've been running tour a lot, and I know Sloppy's out right now with one of the other artists he's with. So, shout out to Shut Eye, but also any of the artists Sloppy plays for. So there's that.
Oh, that might be
think that's it.
about it for the podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening and watching if you're doing that. You can follow the podcast at The Green Room Podcast, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, podcast, The Green Room as well. Podcast TG
RP.
RP.
TGRP.
TGRP. Gang gang.
TGRP.
Yeah. TGRP 2011. Woo. What's that thing? Yeah. TGRP. Isn't that thing they did in like 2012? Or 2K.
2K.
TGRP 2K12.
2K16.
2K16. Yeah. 2016 was a great year.
2K25
Was 2016 a great year for you?
was the best summer of my life.
Best summer of my life.
Other than last summer. Last summer was pretty great for me.
What was great about last summer?
I spent like most of it by the pool with Maddie.
Excuse me. I came in last time I went to the
Don't
pool.
hate on love.
Anyway, I'm Massimo. You can follow me on shut the hell up.
Sorry.
You can follow me on Massimo D Music. Let's see. When's
My
this,
bad. That was
when's this
crazy.
supposed to come out?
My bad.
No, it's funny. It's funny. This is, what's this, episode 10?
That just sound like a clicker.
You sound annoying is what you sound like.
All right, wrap it up.
Yeah, I think I just recently put out Musical Chairs episodes, so you guys can check that out. It's Waiting on the World Change by John Mayer. Waiting. I'll be putting those out periodically throughout the year. That'll also be tagged below if I remember to do that. Yeah, Massimo DeStefano on YouTube, Massimo D Music on all platforms and stuff. Follow me. I'm going to try and do some... If I haven't done it by now, I'm just procrastinating. But I'm trying to post some vocal covers and stuff, like with like acoustic things with a buddy playing. Like maybe Brendan, you want to hop on guitar and do something? And then I'm trying
Just
to get
bass and vocals.
No. And I'm trying to also set up a thing at home where I can sing and play drums and like post some like shorts like and reel covers like that. It's just finding the right mic and making sure there's not a ton of bleed between the drum mics and my vocal mic. And I'm gonna have to like take half a day at least and like workshop that. I don't know how that's gonna work.
We'll figure it out. We'll work on it.
Anyway, Brendan.
Not much really. Just go on Instagram. BNN8. Also, like Massimo, I'm procrastinating this website. So hopefully it's up by now. If it's not, bug me to get it up.
Okay. Hey, why isn't it up?
Because I keep waiting. Maybe I'll work on it tomorrow.
Maybe
there's too many.
Maybe or you will.
There's too many options of like places to do it at.
Dude,
so
just do it on Wix. Like I have this is not an ad for Wix. It's really not because they want to be though. They keep raising the price of the basic plan.
I don't want to do it then.
But the reason I bring them up is because like to me, Squarespace gives you too many options. And if you just like, I just need a place to put a website, Wix is way better.
Yeah, but there's got to be another option other than those two.
There probably are, but there probably won't be as good.
Yeah, but I don't need it to do anything crazy.
That's the only reason I recommend Wix.
Yeah, but I want to pay for crazy stuff.
You're going to have to pay regardless.
I know, but I'm saying maybe there's a better option that is best.
If you find one, let me know because
I will.
I'll totally swap. See, I told you this wasn't an ad for Wix.
Hey, but if anybody website company wants to give us an ad, that's where my website will be.
I have a great domain name. Mine's massimo-music.com. I will never get rid of that domain name.
I don't have any domain names. Give me ideas of cool ones. Maybe
Brendan-music.com.
Bread Daddy. Bread Daddy Music.
Breadman.com.
Yeah, I don't know, something like that. Anyway,
it's just a piece of bread.
It's
not even a website.
My logo is just a piece of bread with my face in it.
That's with a baseball cap and a beard and glasses. Yes. With the outlines. That'd be so bad.
Actually, did you know you can buy toasters with inserts that'll toast faces and stuff onto toast? I did it in high school.
I don't know why my mind jumped to getting a Shrek face.
You 1,000% can. We did Trump at the time because it was right before he got elected the first time. So we were in musical eating Trump toast. It was crazy. We were selling it at lunch, and then we got shut down. And then we got shut down because we were selling toast at lunch, and they were like, "Buttered or unbuttered?"
Why did they get? Dude,
shout out Aiden. I don't remember his last. Aiden Ozias, I think was his name actually.
Why?
Shout out Aiden for that.
See, schools are just. You were doing capitalism at its finest.
I know. Why shut me down? I'm
trying to make a few cents, bro.
Trying to turn around a dividend here. Like, get out of here. God.
How much does toaster cost, dude?
God. Yeah, I'm trying to make my money back and then some.
The business teacher should have been proud of you. Being like, look, hey, seeing a void in the market.
Because of this conversation, I might go buy one of those toasters because also my toaster that I currently have.
Busted.
I bought at like Bargain Hunt for like $8. And it slices two pieces of toast, and it's terrible.
You need
it
like
either doesn't toast it at all or it burns it.
Get the tray.
Yeah, no, but think about it. If I get this toaster, and then you take the inserts out, and you can buy different faces and toast. But then also, if you go no insert, it's just a toaster.
See,
I might do it. I need some folks to close this episode out. My headphones keep cutting in and out.
So do mine.
To close this episode out, I encourage you to do the little things in life that are fun and just for you. It doesn't matter if other people think it's dumb or if
excuse me
or if I'm not saying I'm also not saying this specific thing.
You didn't hear what I was going to say. I was like, this is what happens when you get on a salary. You can just spend money,
dude. It's like I'm going to find the link. It's going to be under $20. I promise.
Yeah, but how much is each insert?
I don't know after that, but
Exactly.
don't ask stupid questions.
That's not a dumb question. That's
Kidding. But I encourage you all to do little things like that are fun in life, that are just for you. Like, if there's no inserts in that, nobody's going to know that, hey, in the drawer, I could put Dolly Parton on your toast. But guess what? Tomorrow morning, underneath my omelet, I'm going to have Arnold looking at me right in the face. So, I didn't want to say the last name. So,
Arnold who? I don't know.
Arnold. Terminator.
There you go.
Watch this. Sylvester Stallone, actually. Let's do that. Sylvester Stallone. I want Rocky looking me in the face.
You want Rocky on your face, on your toe.
You don't want Rocky on my face. Yeah, but I encourage you to do little things like that are fun in life just for you.
Yeah, do it. Go on a long drive, eat some ice cream.
Listen to dumb podcasts that you don't tell anyone about just because they make you laugh.
That's really specific.
I do that, but then I told my girlfriend about it, and she likes it too, and that's how I know.
So you do tell someone about it.
Yeah, but now it's like, okay, we're on the same wavelength, because the same things that I think are weird and funny are the things that she thinks are weird and funny. So anyway,
Are you
don't
trying
hate
to
on love and be fun.
Are you trying to make me poop on love, man? Gosh.
All right, we'll see you next week.
Anyway,
Peace.
ciao.